This is a review of the 2016 Jaguar XFS all-wheel drive. I hope you'll find this review useful and interesting. If it's the first time you're watching, allow me to personally welcome you to the channel. Looking at this car from the various angles, it looks good all around. I had the sense that it looked a little bit more original than its German rivals. This car begins at $60,000 Canadian and tops out all equipped at $85,000 Canadian, which sounds about right. Unlike other sporty looking cars that disappoint in their driving dynamics, uniquely in terms of driving dynamics, this is the new class leader, no question. This chassis has been hyped up, and I can confirm you can believe the hype. You feel where your money is going when you drive this vehicle. Control weights are adjustable, but normal mode feels very good. The rear trunk opens automatically. The opening is narrow in height, however, it is very deep. Ross always puts the same things in back, and you can see all the space behind his crap. And the seats fold down almost perfectly flat, making longer items easy to carry. The interior door is okay, perhaps lacking some contrasting color features. Entering and exiting is okay for this type of vehicle. The rear seat room is actually pretty good in this vehicle. 6 feet and less should be fine. The rear occupants get vents, heated seats, and mobile charging. In front, the interior door closes with a lot of solidity, and although the controls look good, the haptic feel is less impressive than its rivals. As with all new cars, noise vibration harshness is absent, as is this one. The front seats, the bolsters are comfortable. However, for over 30 minutes, these seats, Ross tells me, become uncomfortable. I believe him. The bass Meridian sound system is okay, but not quite audiophile quality. This interior looks better on film than it feels good in person. It feels like a $60,000 interior, yet this is an $80,000 vehicle. It is the weakness of this vehicle. Visibility is okay. This monster of an engine, 3.8 supercharged, does 11.9 in the city, 8.3 on the highway, which is actually kind of awesome. It does do 332 pounds of torque, and the 8-speed is well engineered. The supercharger makes the engine more snappy in its response. Here are my thoughts on the road. Hello, car lovers. This car is a looker. That's the first thing that stands out to me. The design is sporty, and the drive lives up to that look. It really does feel sportier than its competitors. I remember driving a BMW 5 Series, and I could not get over how, I don't know, it felt Lincoln-esque to me. This drives like the 5 Series that I should have driven. On the inside, the things that stand out to me are the seats are okay. They're bolstered, but they're not uncomfortable. The start-stop is okay-ish. I don't think it's Toyota good, but it is not horrible. The dials, the speed and the RPM are probably worst in class. You would think of them as average on a Focus. I think that was Ross's remark, or I'm modifying his remark a bit. The top here, this top dash does not feel that refined. This interior looks like what could have been good on a car maybe 7-8 years ago. I'm not sure today it's what it takes. What about let's talk a little bit more about the driving experience and the exterior, because that's really what this car is good on. It has a really big engine. 380 horsepower is big no matter what. It does have a cockpit feel. Like when I'm driving this car, these very thick bolsters at 10 and 2 make it feel really chunky and sporty, which I like. I'm just going to give it a bit of gas just to show you what I'm talking about. wow, that really pushes you back in your seat. Like that's 0 to 60 right there. So the sporty nature, the decent handling. I'm in normal mode. I leave things always in normal mode when I'm driving. Really feels good. Transmission shifts fast enough, I think, and intuitively enough also. You don't have to press down all the way to have a gear shift. It will shift down if you press a little bit on it. On the highway, road noise is reasonable. I'm not overwhelmed by the quietness, but it's okay. Certainly not a deficiency, but not a quality. The devil is in the details. The general lack of, I don't want to say quality, it doesn't feel as high-end as its German competitors. For example, and Ross made this remark too, the interior of the Audi A4, which is not as expensive as this car, feels a lot more higher end. You feel a lot more special in that Audi than you do in this car. So, well, I can't think of anything else to say, so that will be the review.